Hey guys, this is Akankazans bringing you the 500 subscriber question and answers video that I did promise you last week. And we've had a lot of questions, so I'll try and answer your question in this video. Hopefully I will get around to it. And we've had a lot of really amazing questions as well, so I've been looking forward to doing this video, and let's just get right on into it. So starting us off here, which country do I come from? I come from Scotland. And this actually really does link well to a later on question about Scottish independence. But for right now, I do come from Scotland, and it's actually quite funny being a Scottish YouTube commentator because I've got an accent that if I talked at my normal talking pace, you probably just wouldn't understand me at all. So I have to really slow everything I say down quite a bit, and it makes me sound sort of robotic. So if you're wondering if I've got why I've got a boring voice or whatever, it's because I have to make sure you understand what I'm saying. If I spoke how I normally speak, then you'd probably think I was speaking a whole different language. So being Scottish and being a YouTuber, it has its problems, but yeah, being Scottish is not bad. And of course we've recently had the independence issue, which I'll get onto later on in this commentary. Next question, do I play Star Wars games? The answer to that is yes. The most recent game I have played is Star Wars The Old Republic, and I've played quite a few Star Wars games going back to the GameCube days of playing the Rogue Squadron games, and of course I have played the Star Wars Battlefront games as well. The second one being my favourite, and I can't wait for the third one to come out. When that does, I'll probably just be no-lifing that to the absolute max. So yeah, I do like Star Wars games, and I do like to play them whenever I can. Next up, will I ever do a versus series like Evanova 95? And I don't think I would, because it would just be downright copying. And you could be calling me a hypocrite here because I've got the Star Wars Facts series, and if you search into YouTube Star Wars Facts, there'll be a ton of videos that come up. So I could be sounding like a hypocrite, but I think if I did it, it would just not be original. And plus, he does it better than probably I'll ever do. So he's got his own thing, I've got mine. But I am open to doing some more Star Wars series in the future, some original series, so do stay tuned for them. Where was Han Solo during the Clone Wars? Well, there hasn't been too much documented on his whereabouts at this time, but like my lore video on Han Solo, he was reported to be on Kashyyyk nearing the end of the Clone Wars. So if this is true, he was closer to the action than we might have thought. What is my favourite Star Wars movie? Now, I'm going to rule out the prequels straight away here. I mean, they did have cool Jedi fights, but they just weren't as good as the original trilogy. So that of course leaves episodes 4, 5 and 6, which I think are all amazing films, equally as good as each other. But if I had to pick one, which I'm having to do now, I've got to say episode 4. It is a great film, and of course it started off the Star Wars saga. So episode 4, that is an awesome film. Who is my favourite Star Wars character? Now this is a really tough question, but it's also a really good one as well. And there are a ton of names that I could choose from here. There are amazing characters in the Star Wars universe, but since I'm having to pick one, I will go for Han Solo. I was mainly between him and Boba Fett, but I just think the way that Boba Fett went out in episode 6, he just looked like a bit of a wimp, to be honest. Now I know he survived the Sarlacc pit, but you have to admit Han Solo is a badass, and therefore he is my favourite Star Wars character. But there are a ton of guys I could choose from. Really tough question, and I'm really intrigued to know what you guys think as well. So if you have a favourite Star Wars character, which I'm assuming you will, do leave him or her in the comments below, or it could even be a droid of course. So leave who you think is your favourite character in the comments below, and I'll be interested to see who your favourite is as well. Are the video games part of the lore? Well, they were, but Disney have been cutting out all these storylines, which does suck, but it is their universe and they can do whatever they like, so there's not much we can do about it. However, this channel does have the lore series, meaning I will be able to carry on all this lore. I'll be able to not forget about it like Disney, and I will be able to cover Starkiller. He is on the list, so when he is chosen, I'll be able to do a lore video on him. So Disney have been forgetting about all this lore, but I'll still be covering it for you guys, so do stay tuned for the Starkiller episode when that is chosen as well. Another great question here, what lore do I follow other than Star Wars? Well, this might be quite an obvious one, but Lord of the Rings, that is an amazing universe filled with great characters. A more recent one, we've got Game of Thrones, which is a great TV show, and like Lord of the Rings, it is a huge universe and a lot to learn about. And one lore that I'm planning on following when I play the games is Mass Effect. I've heard that that is a crazy universe, it's got a lot of stuff to learn, it's got a lot of amazing lore, so I plan on looking at some of that when I do play through the games, which, you know, I'm a bit late on doing so, but yeah, Mass Effect will probably be part of the lore I follow in the near future. Great work so far, thank you very much. Which side do I prefer, the Sith or the Jedi? Well, there probably is the right answer here of saying the Jedi, but I just have to say the Sith, they are amazing. Now, I know that they are super evil and you definitely wouldn't want to run into one as you're doing the shopping, but they are just epic and I have to choose the Sith, so I'm sorry to all the Jedi lovers out there, but you know, the Jedi are cool too, but the Sith, they are epic. If I could get hypnotised so I forgot all about the Star Wars movies and then watch them all again, do I think I'd still like them? Well, I was originally going to say it would depend what order I would watch them in, whether it be 4 to 6 and 1 to 3 or 1 to 6. But I think either way I would, because the prequels have their moments and of course the original trilogy is amazing, so I think I would be just as hooked as I currently am. We are nearing the end of this video, but I will be answering all the questions I haven't done so yet in a few tech slides at the end of this video, so stick around for that, and thanks for 500 subscribers again. Until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.